Good evening, everyone. Tonight what we're going to be talking about is more vocabulary. We've looked at rays, lines, line segments, points. We've looked at obtuse, acute, and right triangles and angles already. Today what we're going to be talking about are different kinds of lines. We have parallel lines and perpendicular lines. One of the other terms you need to know is intersecting lines. You're going to get this worksheet or this paper to glue into your journal so you can review the vocabulary that we're going to be learning about. So for intersecting lines are lines in the plane or in a figure that cross at exactly one point to form four angles. So you can see that these cross at one point. So that's written that line HI intersects line JK at point X. The way that you write this is here, which says you just have line HI and line JK intersect. Okay, when we get to parallel lines and perpendicular lines, they have a symbol that you have to write with them. Just like we have to write a triangle for naming triangles, angles, lines, rays, that kind of thing. Well, now we have parallel lines. And parallel lines are two lines that never cross. Ever. They will never cross. So they're like this. And if both of my hands kept going on forever, neither one of these lines would ever cross. Okay, so these again are called parallel lines. They're written here as DE, and then it has these two lines here to show that they're parallel. In the picture here, you can see that parallel lines can go this way, and they can go this way. Now, perpendicular lines are where lines intersect, but they form perfect right angles. That's really important to understand what perpendicular lines are and how they're different from intersecting lines. Intersecting lines don't have right angles. Okay, if you look at these, this one is obtuse, this one is acute. Now this one, all of these lines have perfect right angles, which are shown with that little square there. Perpendicular lines are shown with the symbol like this. It's two lines. Oh, I'm sorry. It is one line. It's like an upside down T. Okay, and the way that I remember that is because it looks perfect when they intersect. So you can almost kind of put the little square in there. So this line would be shown as LM is perpendicular to NO. Okay, again, these symbols here and here are really important to be using because it helps the reader, whoever's reading your math problem or whenever you're showing someone, it helps them to see what you're actually talking about. Now, I'm going to move this out of the way, so give me 1 second. If we have a figure, I'm about to put one up on the board and we're going to talk about it together, and I want you to be thinking about it in your journal. You don't have to copy it down, but I will have questions for you that you will have to put into your journal. If we have this crazy figure here, get another magnet. We have a lot of stuff going on, and we have a lot of things that we can describe. Let's see if you can find an intersecting line. And I'm going to get it a little bit closer so you can see. Could you find an intersecting line in this picture? That's a line that just crosses. So an intersecting line an example of an intersecting line could be line BK intersects with line AC at point D. Now you need to find one more intersecting line for homework. So I found one, now you need to find one. And you can press pause or you can do it at the end of the video. Now we also need to talk about parallel lines. If I have this line here, that is line LM, we're going to say is parallel to line QR. Now this is also ray, but that still works. So we're going to say QR. Notice my symbols are perfectly describing that this is ray QR. Now, I have one. Now you need to find one in your journal as well. Now, I want you also to see if you can find perpendicular lines. Oops, I'm sorry. I'm probably going to misspell it. Hold on one second. So a perpendicular line intersects and forms two right angles. Well, I can see that here. I can see where line Q intersects QR, intersects and is perpendicular to line AC. See how it forms four perfect right angles here? Now you also need to find a second perpendicular, two lines that are perpendicular to each other. We are going to be practicing this a lot in class. So for homework tonight, you need to make sure that you name an intersecting line, that you name parallel lines, and that you name perpendicular lines. Go ahead and use the chart to help you figure those out, and I will see you tomorrow. I hope you have a great evening.